Hi everybody, welcome to Monkey Island Madness. This is a regular stream on Mondays at 1 o'clock Eastern over on Ustream. And I am talking to a live chat. So the reason I have Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head here is so I could show it to Dee Dee. I have a bunch of really weird stamps for real. But anyway, I'll show that again when Dee Dee comes in. I'm not real sure what I'm going to do today. I did ask the ladies before I hit record if they wanted to see my idea for my ATC swap again. Angie's hosting one. She limited it to 18 people, and you have to make 18 ATCs, which we've been doing 18 is a good round number anyway, and I would have only joined once. So I have two answers. CB says yes, show them. Oh, Dee Dee, you're here. Look. Remember you were just talking about Potato Head? Look it. I still play with Mr. Potato Head. Because I have this stamp. And that's not even the weirdest one I have. Anyway. So, yeah, I'm going to play with the Lindy sprays that Eileen sent me. So I got out some stencils, and we're going to play with these for a while. I just don't have a project in mind to use them with, except that I'm going to spray through some stencils and then maybe do some of the monogrammed letters with dangles on them. Because I promised Mindy one, and I haven't done it yet. And I even had forgotten her. That she had to remind me, so I'm sorry for that, Mindy, but yeah, that's one thing I am going to do with these. So Lynn just said yes, show them. Dee Dee, you get to be the deciding answer. Should I show the ATCs or not? I would kind of like to work on them, actually, because I'm running out of time, you guys. I'm really running out of time. Hi, Galena. Galena. I always want to say Galena, Purplina. So I'm waiting for Dee Dee to tell me if I'm going to show them or not. I've kind of had a, it's been kind of a pain in the butt. Okay, she's saying yes, show. All right, so I came up with a few different designs. This was the first one that I did. And I used the wrong yellow. I picked up the wrong yellow and started coloring, so it wouldn't be that yellow. But this was the first design, and it opens it up, and there's a little elf. And then I'll do something in the background here. I don't know what. So that was the first design, and I thought, well, it's okay. I don't mind it. I really wanted to use this for Christmas, Give Your Heart. It's a Mary Engelbreit stamp, and it came in a kit, and it came out years and years ago. Let me see what the copyright on it is. I've had it for years, and I have to say, I have used these stamps like crazy. Let's see if it even has a copyright or anything on it. It just says copyright Mary Engelbreit. I was hoping it would have a date. But anyway, these stamps came out years ago, and I have used the heck out of them. And I love Mary Engelbreit art, so at Christmas, and I have, honestly, in my stamp cabinet over there, I think I have 4 drawers of nothing but Christmas stamps, and then I have a couple of kits downstairs. So I thought, oh, I like that, okay. And then I did another one where I did the black panel on this side, which I liked a lot. And then I added the gold border and used the snowman inside. And I like this better than this. So I thought, okay, I'm using the snowman. And I like the black better. So, third generation is, let me see if this one's, it's not done on the inside. Let me see if I have one. Okay. So this is the third generation, and this is the one I finally decided that I want to do, with the black background and the holly colored around. But the problem with that is then I have to color this black. I can't just use the black paper. But I really do like the opposite, the holly on this side and the holly on this side. So I decided this is the one I'm going with the snowman inside. And then with a little bit of glossy accents on the heart. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, it's... So that's the design I've come up with that I want to use. It just became a lot more labor intensive because I have to color around, okay, focus. I have to color around the holly. And a Sharpie works great, except that it goes through the other side. So that's why I did these panels black, but I'm going to add snowflakes on these panels indoors. So that will be the Christmas ATC for everybody. Yeah, I like the black too. Hi, Tar Heel Teresa. So this is the ultimate design that's going to get made. And I've done a few. And the black where I've colored in isn't great. It's too... I've got to be able to color because of in here where the berries are. So, but one thing I wanted to say, on the inside, I'm painting them black with acrylic paint, right? So I thought, well, this Adirondack Dauber inks, you guys don't ever, ever, ever get sucked into these. I don't know if there's a bunch of sediment or pigment sitting at the bottom of them, but I'll show you real quick. Because really, do not get sucked into them. And if somebody else is having good luck with them, tell me what I'm doing wrong. Because, yeah, this, like, look at when you, well, you can't see that. It's a little bit better now. I ended up pouring this out into a little thing, and then, but it gets all bubbly. And can you see how it doesn't, there's not good coverage. So, I don't know. Yeah, the daubers are crap. Like, do not, I don't even know if they still sell it. And I'm sure my niece bought these for me because I would never buy them. I would not, you know, figure out a need for them. But I thought, well, I'm just going to use it up. Yeah. Don't get sucked in. Just saying. And I'm sure my niece got them on sale because she's funny that way. She buys she's like me. But yeah. So anyway, how did I make the card into panels? I can show you here in a minute, Teresa, how you can do that. It's real simple. It's just a couple of folds. Okay, and then on Saturday I got some fun mail. I got from Dee Dee Willingham one of the rub-ons, and these work awesome, Dee Dee. Oh my gosh! I put the clock. I'm not going to unfold it all, but thank you, Dee Dee. I put the clock in the Beast for spring ahead, fall back. You know. Hi, Ange. These work probably better than any rub-ons I've ever had. Yeah. So these are awesome. If you see them, I would say you can safely buy these because they work great. Really great. And then I very rarely talk about my grandkids and the family. I kind of let their mother dictate how much exposure they get online. So, but she sent me a Halloween card, and she's so good about sending me pictures. Look at my granddaughter. Is she not the prettiest thing in the whole world? Oh, and well, both of them. I mean, I love them both so much, but look at them. Aren't they beautiful girls? They're going to be here like in a week and a half, and I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am. I got to spend Easter with them this year. But they're growing up so fast. I mean, I can't even believe that, yeah, they're just, how could they be so big? But I'm excited for them to come. Really excited. So that was my fun mail. And they're athletic girls. Like the little one, her name's Kayla. She plays soccer. She's like a uber soccer player. And she's 12. I think she's going to be 13. No, you know what? I just sent her a birthday card. I think she just turned 13. And she's 16. So she's just driving. And I know when she gets down here, let's go driving, let's go driving, let's drive, let's drive. She just wants to drive all the time. So, and she's already got a car and everything. So, that was my fun mail. So, and then the other thing was, there's something else. I told you don't buy the ink. I showed you the ATCs. So I've got to get these done and get them in the mail soon. Because I want them out of here before the kids get here. Lock the doors. Lock the doors, what, to keep the boys out or to keep her from driving the car? So, actually, I think, yeah, 12 and 16. She just turned 13, I'm almost sure. When they change all the time, it's hard to keep track. Hi, Karen. Hi, Dorothy. Hi, everybody I missed while I was gushing over the girlies. Okay, so, and I showed that. So, I've got out here all the stencils. Eileen, what do you want me to do with this, this sprays? I brought my spray box out because I don't know if these sprays are like dilutions sprays. When you spray them, they go everywhere. Dee Dee, did you get to see my girls? Were you here for my granddaughters? Because I'll show them again. Let me see. I want to use the less expensive cardstock for these. Make some backgrounds, okay. I've got some just crapola cardstock from Walmart is all I'm going to use. And I'm going to show Tar Heel Teresa real quick how to make those panel cards. You know your finished product wants to be 2.5 inches wide, right? So what I did was took a ruler, and I'll come down where you can kind of see. So essentially it's going to be 2.5 times 3, right? Which makes it 7.5 inches. But I take 1/8 of an inch off for the folds. So the first panel is going to be 2 3/8, and then go over 2.5. And then again, I just use 2 3/8 for the last panel. So that when they fold, you've got a little bit of space inside so that the folds will work nice. I did get your mail, Dee Dee, and I said those rub-ons are the best ever. They work so well. I love them. They will be all over the beast. Okay, so those are your measurements. I just take 1/8 of an inch off the 2 outside panels and leave the inside panel 2.5 inches. And then measure down your 3.5 inches this way, because ATCs are 2.5 by 3.5. because I'm not putting a border on these, I went ahead and made them the 3.5 inch. Normally when I cut ATCs, I cut them a little bit smaller so I can mount them on another piece of cardstock. But then to make your folds, just take your scoring tool or whatever, and because I'm anal, I'm going to go ahead and make my other mark. So remember I said 2 3/8, 2.5, 2 3/8. This one, this little piece over here is waste. That can get thrown away. Then at each of your fold marks, just make a score. I do it with an X-Acto. Some people would get their scoring tool out. But I just run the X-Acto there along them, and you'll get a nice crisp fold. And that's how it works. And then get your bone folder out or whatever you need to get them exactly right. But that's how you can make a panel card. Okay, and if I wanted it wider, of course, I'd turn the paper the other way. And then to get the cutout, I just figured halfway on the card, figured halfway on my stamp, stamped it, and then cut it out. I fussy cut it with an X-Acto. So, hi Sarah. So did that answer your question? That's how you make a trifold card. Simple stuff. Okay, and then did Dee Dee say that she got to see the girls or not? Hi, Picola. Was it? I think Galena is making the list of streamers. And yay, I'm glad Ustream's working for you, Sarah. Hi, Jennifer Crackalacken. Were you here to see the ATCs for the swap? I didn't hear Dee Dee, so I'm going to show Dee Dee real quick. I don't very often show the girls, but these are 2 of my granddaughters. I have more than this, but these are the 2 that are coming next week. Kayla and Courtney. She's a horse fanatic. So those are the girlies that are coming next week, and I can hardly wait. I'm going to use with some Lindy sprays that crazy Eileen sent me, which means you guys are going to probably have to spend some money. So here's my spray box. It's just a box with some newspapers in it to catch the overspray. And I know Jean's not streaming today, so we can, if we need to go longer, we can't. Yeah, Eileen will have to knock her own head. There you go. Thanks, you guys. So I'm just going to get some, I'll just use this piece that I just cut off of. And I'm going to grab a stencil, any stencil. This is one that I cut. Let's just use it first. It's really one of my very favorite stencils. All right, what color am I going to use? My choices are, and I think they have really luscious names as usual, and they look really, really vibrant, you guys. And you're supposed to shake them real good every time before you use them. But look at how green. Can you guys see that green? Oh my gosh, it looks really vibrant. So maybe the box has what there. I thought that. Oh yeah, this is Bells of Ireland green. Bachelor Button blue. Peony Scarlet red. That looks like a deep, deep red. And I'm psyched about the brown. Mission Bells brown. Yeah, they're shimmery. I can tell they're shimmery for sure, Eileen. And this is the yellow rose of Texas. And you can see the sediment, the shimmery sediment sitting on the bottom. So you've got to shake them pretty good before you spray them. So we'll just start with the lightest one so I don't get too freaked out here. This one actually looks gold. And I'm not sure why Eileen thought I needed these. But here we go. I'm going to move this and get it spraying before I... Yeah, because see, a lot of times they'll just puke out blobs before they'll spray. I've got to clean this. Oops. Now I've got a cookie crumb in there. Alright, why is it just puking out blobs? Because at my age I need some shimmer in my life? Well, I guess who can argue with that, right? Alright, I'm just going to go for it so you guys can see it. Ready, set. See how it blobs out, little blobs? Ooh, it's pretty. It's going under the stencil, I can see that. Tell me if I'm doing something wrong, Eileen. Oh, it's pretty. Maybe I didn't shake it up enough, I don't know. Oh, cool. You know what? I need a place to put the stencils when they're all wet, huh? Duh. Good planning. Actually, what I need is someplace just to... I know what I'll do. I'll put a piece of paper up here, and I'll turn them over upside down and use the rest of the shimmer, right? Duh. I'm going to need a big old rag today, I can tell. Get the other stuff out of the way. Oh, the reverse is kind of cool, too. There's the reverse that I just stamped off on another sheet of paper. So that's kind of cool. All right, I'm going to have to move this and make a pile of stencils that need to dry. Because I don't have any room. Where's my book I had this morning? I'm grabbing the newspaper from under here. All right, now we got a plan. All right, let me do my assessment. You're not sure if it's permanent or not? Well, that's a question we will get answered before the day is out, Eileen. Because we can do that. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but it almost looks like if I touched it, it would be like three-dimensional. It's got to dry. I'll set this one aside and we'll let it dry. I'm wondering if I maybe didn't get it shook up enough, but it settles really quickly. Really, really quickly. Make a sheet of Magicals and use the sprays over it. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming, Eileen. You are such a sneaky little bad word. Actually, maybe I'll go get, I think I have in the bedroom still some Magical sheets. Let me go see real quick, and maybe I can use one that I already have made up. All right, she is going to have my whole house trashed out before she's done here. How does she do that when she lives 1,000 miles away? Here's the pile of stuff that's unfinished. This is that photo paper that I was doing like Jennifer did. I still like it. Wonder what the shimmer would do on top of that. We might have to do that just because we can. This one I'm not jacking with because I love it. Look at how crazy my skin looks. I look like a pomegranate. This one I won't mind spraying. That one would look cool with spray on it. And with me, it's very easy. Oh, you are such a pain in my neck. Half of this needs to just go in the trash. That one will look cool with sprays on it. That one probably won't. That one probably won't. This one would look good with sprays on it. We could do sprays on top of this one. That one I don't want to jack with. This one we could do. Yeah, you can see I really went through these piles. Are you full of seeds? Okay, those down there are not going to be used. These we're going to go ahead. They're fair game for sprays. I'll just do it right off the top. Here we've got this one. I don't think it had a blue. Let me look for some of my... I have a ton of stencils that I've cut, and then a ton that I've bought. This is one I cut. Let's use this one. Okay, and you guys can see good enough, right? All right, just going to have pink in the backgrounds. So what color looks good on top of pink? We could do either blue. Let's do the blue. Yeah, I'm full of something, all right. I'm wondering if it didn't puke out blobs because I didn't have it shaken well enough. Oh, I don't remember writing this, but there's a note from Robert on my spray box that says, "I'm so very proud of you and love you very much." I wonder what he was writing that about. It must have been nice. He's proud of me when I'm nice or haven't killed any puppies or small children. All right, here we go. It's all lined up. Good. All right, here we go. This one's blobbing too. All right, and I'm going to keep just pressing this on top of the same sheet. Like I'm going to put the blue on top of the yellow. So I'll have to move that in and out of frame all the time. Oh, that looks cool. And this stencil is just cut on paper. It's not plastic. It's not intended to last forever, and all I did was cut it with a compass. It's just circles. You can see where I did the design in the back. Well, it's in my spray box. Of course he was saying it to me. Ugh. Who would he say it to? Roxy? She never does anything to be proud of. Now this is getting ugly, so this needs to be fixed. Yeah, so this stencil, yeah. This one doesn't get washed. Alright. And there's the spray that went through. Can you guys see the shimmer on it? I can. Yeah, I think you guys can. You can see it in that blob right there. It's not an obnoxious shimmer. It's just shimmery. Is that a bird? Oh, you can hear the bird outside the window? Yeah, he's right sitting right on my golf cart. He's been around here lately. He's little tiny. He's about that big, that little bird. So if we make some of these, I probably will end up drawing on top of them. I'll let it sit and dry somewhere. Where did I put the other one? This one already has a stencil on it. This one might be nice with the brown, because I've already used a stencil on this. This was another hand-cut stencil. I like this hand-cut stencil a lot. This one said shake before each use. I mean, it's in big letters. Shake before each use. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure they intend for you to shake it. I'm psyched about the brown. I want to use the brown with blue. We're going to do it on this one. Yeah, some of these supplies, Sarah, I think are really like how to store them, how long can they sit. Yeah. And I have some great big 12 by 12 stencils that may or may not fit in the box. Well, this one might be fun with just circles. Since it's the circles underneath, do another circle stencil on top. Hi, Kat. You gonna play with your Big Shot tonight? I don't know. I see some of you guys cutouts and my resolve waivers, but yeah, we're gonna do this one with the brown. So hopefully it won't booger up too much. I need to spray it first, sorry. Because believe it or not, out of all the colors, the blue and the brown were my favorites. I can feel it. Oh, this one's working nice. It's not blobbing bad at all. Woot! And I don't care what gets on the back of the sheet, you guys, because I'll probably, if I end up using them for something, I'll mount them on something else, so it won't matter. It's blobbing a little bit. Oh man, that is so pretty, you guys. This looks yummy enough to eat, I swear. I think I got pretty good coverage. It's not really brown, it's more of a bronze colored. It's really pretty. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way and put the brown on top of the other colors. Oops. Spray on the floor. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good at all. Oh well. I've got a rag. I can clean it up. Who cares? Like tiger eyes. Yeah, it's real browns. Now I'm getting where I like that better now. Alright, this one I've got to carry over. It's like dripping. It's dripping. And I don't have an empty sink. Yes, I do. Did I carry the rag over there? I did. I'm sounding like Jean. I like this one now with the brown on it. Yeah, the brown is really pretty. And the shimmer in it is gold. Like the stain, there must be stain, and then the glimmer. The glimmer is real gold. Oh, it's so pretty. And even the one that I sprayed it on is really cool. Let me clean this mess up. Oh my gosh. Now you can really see the shimmery on that. That's kind of a funky, weird. The name of the gold, I mean, well, it wasn't gold. It was, the actual name of it is Mission Bells Brown. And it was the one I knocked off. But so far, I have to say, that's my favorite. The brown is really pretty. And I like it against that kind of turquoisey blue gray background. Now, I don't know, like Eileen said, she didn't know if they're permanent. I don't know if they're permanent, and I don't know if you can write on top of them. That's something else I'm going to find out. These are pages we're just trying to salvage at this point. So, let's see what we've got for a stencil. The ones I haven't used yet are the green and the red, I believe. You know what? I have bought a ton of stencils, but I always come back to my hand-cut ones. I like my hand-cut ones the best. Probably because they're designs I knew that I wanted. We're definitely going to use this stencil. Hang on, I'm looking. I like this stencil too. But I'm going to alter almost that entire cup. And it, oh, the first one I did, the yellow, that is called the Yellow Rose of Texas. And this came in an entire set. I don't know if you can buy them individually, but this is called the Prairie Wildflower set from Lindy's. And if you want a number, I'll read it off to you. But if you go to lindystampgang.com and type in Prairie Wildflower sprays, I'm sure you're going to find them immediately. The drop paper in the back, this back here, I suppose you could, well, I'm actually, if I don't totally obliterate it, I will cut out that thing. In fact, I should switch it over right now. I will cut out that note that Robert wrote me. This is the first I've ever noticed it. So this one is not going to cover the whole sheet. But that's okay, because if it's something I like, I'll just cut out the part that I like and use it, because the stencil's not as big as the paper. Alright, so the two that we haven't used now are the green and the red, and I don't think I want the red with the pink. I don't like red and pink. So we're going to do green on top of the pink. You have been making some on the silhouette? Yeah, now that's the one thing I wouldn't mind doing, Dorothy, for sure. Is making stencils with it. But I don't know. See, I like sitting around cutting a stencil if I'm not doing anything anyway. Coming up with a design. I like sitting drawing a design. I like cutting it. This is puking out a lot of color. This is like Kelly green. Come on. Don't blob. Yeah, he's good that way. Like leaving notes or something like that. He is good that way. When my brother came to visit, my brother's really good that way too. My brother from California. When he came to visit, I had to go somewhere on the day that he was leaving. He was here with his girlfriend. And I had to go somewhere, so I said goodbye before we left in the morning and just left. And then they were going to go to the airport later. And I got home that night, and honest to God, everything I touched, every cupboard I opened, for months and months and months, I found love notes from my brother. Love you, miss you. And he hadn't even left yet. He even put one in, like, I don't know if you guys have like a hoard of old wallets. Like I have wallets and stuff. Months and months later, I found one he had tucked in an old wallet or an old purse or something. I saved them all. He put them up in my liquor cabinet. Oh my gosh, I can see the spray up around my light. This is a pretty, pretty green. But that was fun because for months after that, I would find love notes from Rock. I love you. I miss you. Yeah, he's good that way. He's a good egg that he is. And this one now I don't really want to mess up. I don't think I'm going to put the green on this one. I don't know why I like this the way it is. Oh, no, we're going to use it. What the hell? If it turns into garbage, oh well. One thing I will say, now the green didn't work out so good on that pink. When I washed my hands or just went over and rinsed that stencil, my hands came completely clean. So it's not like it's a stain or a dye that's going to leave your hands icky forever. That didn't wreck it. They are shimmery though. Holy crapola. We got shimmer going on everywhere. I wonder if my light bulb is is getting color. Alright, and this one, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to do this one this way. Because it's not going to cover the whole. I really like this dangle stencil that I cut, and I'm going to do it with the blue. Oh, I didn't show you the pink one. It's ugly now. It's trash material. Unless you could do something to save that. But I'm pretty sure. Do I do collage? No. I wanted to do collage, and I started saving on magazines and cutting stuff out, and there came a point in that whole process where it got so overwhelming with just the stuff that I decided I'm not probably a good candidate for collage art. Now, I do cut out things that I like and paste them in my Beast, or I have another book that I paste stuff in. But to make a scene like Dee Dee does, no. Yeah, this one is pretty but ugly, right, Eileen? Yeah, this one will definitely be going in the trash. But what are you going to do? Win some, you lose some. Can I use it to weave with? I don't like the color combination, actually. See where the green, and I should have known better that it wasn't going to layer. The green is not even pretty. Yeah, no, I won't even weave with that. Now, maybe I could put something on top of it that would save it, but I don't know. So this one, I'm going to use the blue again because of the purple background. I'm saving the red. I haven't done it yet, but with the purple background, I think the blue will look really pretty on this. And I may end up using this to do a dangle letter on, unless this blue becomes too overpowering. Well, yeah, maybe if I cut it into bits, there's parts of it that would be usable. But see, Dorothy, that's the point at which I get overwhelmed with stuff. I'm not good with stuff. Like, you guys saw pictures in my room. I'm not, yeah. To organize that and then go back and find it when you want it, that becomes so overwhelming. And if I'm going to spend 30 minutes doing something, I'd rather spend 30 minutes actually creating something that I'm going to like when it's all said and done. That's just a weird thing about me. I just, yeah. All right, here we go. I'm doing the blue again. I'm trying to push it down so that it gets a good image. And this one has such small opening that even if it splots, it shouldn't matter, right? All right. I wonder, I think I'm going to use the next one. Now this is Tyvek, and I do like what we did on this. This is like the Magicals, and I actually do really like this. But I think I'm going to pick up the stencil, turn it upside down, and do it on this. Can I hold on to that one that I don't like, the pink and the green? Sure, Suzanne, I don't mind. All right, this is going to be tricky. All right, hang on. The best way to do this is pick this up. Oh, that didn't work out as good as I hoped. All right, put this one down, flip the stencil, and let it go. Yeah, I could put it in a box, but at some point, Dorothy, I would have to go through that box to find something. That's where my system would fail me, because it would become an aggravation. Oh, Eileen, you're so brilliant. She said just lay the Tyvek over it, silly. Hello, duh. I'm going to have a pretty rag when I'm done. And this is a stencil I just cut out of like one of those dividers. It's pretty blue though. Bye-bye Robert's note. Bummer, dude. I probably had too much spray on it, but boy, that blue is pretty. And the Tyvek changes how it acts, because the white of the fibers in the Tyvek, can you guys see that? Start popping through. That's why I like doing stuff like this on tieback, because I love how like back here you can really see it. The fibers in the tieback. I really like that. I might like the back better than the front. This actually, I'm going to leave it just like it is because this will be a good one to draw letters on. I'll have to do it probably with a Sharpie. Tyvek is hard to write on. To find something that will actually retain its color. My hands are getting really icky. Or give it away. Yeah, and see, I wouldn't mind giving it away, except that, you know, then I have to keep track of who I'm sending it to. I'm flipping this over so I can keep the notes so you guys don't have a cow that I'm mean to Robert. I'm not mean to Robert. I should be mean to Robert, except I can't be mean now because he's back in treatment. He so didn't want to go today. Oh, I felt so bad for him. But I'm going with him Wednesday. But yeah, so can you guys see the hassle of, you know, keeping stacks of stuff around here that I've got to mail out, and then I've got to address the envelope, and then I've got to pay the post. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to say, oh, just give it away. That creates another problem. And you guys are now saying, oh my God, you are the biggest pain in the ass. And I would have to say, you're right, I am. And this is another one of my very favorite stencils. This looks like a companion to that other one that we just did. So I'm going to try it on the Tyvek again. And this is one of my very favorite stencils that I cut. And I'm going to use the red on it. So whatever, it's going to come out a lot of red because there's a lot of blank here. So I'm not going to spray a whole lot. Dorothy, you have more trouble with mail than anybody I ever met. Of course, you're getting a lot of stuff from the USA. Yeah, trash it. Yeah, I agree. Like, if it creates stress in your life, yeah. Say adios and give it a new home. However, I do like giving stuff away. I mean, I've given you guys a lot of stuff, but I'm not going to keep stuff anymore. Okay, Pat, have a great day. Shake, shake, shake. This is dark red, you guys. This is like blood red. I wonder if I should do it on that green background. Nah, I'm going to do it on this one. We'll find out. Come on. You can feel when it starts coming up the tube. It gets pretty hard to pump. Come on. Oh man, it's just puking out blobs. It is really puking out blobs. We'll sop that up with this one we don't like. That was a fun stencil to cut. It looks like I bled on it. Look at it's just puking out blobs. Eileen, do you have these? Do you have these sprays? Girly, answer me. You gathered up all your HEC cutoffs today and put them in a zip file so you can mosaic with them in due course. Well, that's kind of cool. Yeah, this looks like shimmery blood. This is going to be dark. But I don't know what I'm doing wrong with these sprays because they're just puking out blobs. All right, we're going to try it anyway. All right, and I'm going to quickly blot off some of the blobs. Yeah, that's better. Yes, but new Mix Them was waiting for you to do it first. All right, let's... Oh, can you guys see that? That actually came out pretty darn cool. The shimmer, like it's not, it doesn't dry that blood red, but it could be the Tyvek too that's altering the way it looks. I'm going to put this on here. Set that. I'll show it to you in just a second. Maybe if I just keep adding junk to this one, it will end up turning out okay. Probably not. This is going to be a colorful wash when I wash this. So you went ahead and ordered yourself some too, but you haven't done anything with them yet. All right, this one. Now I like this one. I'm going to leave this one like it is because this one will be a really good one to draw on top of. Because can you guys see? I lost some of the design here in the center a little bit, but down here and up here. But see how shimmery it is. Okay, a lot of people use the sprays for drippage. Yeah. Well, if you guys want to see how to cut that stencil, I'll cut it on stream sometime so you can see it. How I did the design. And this one I used some, this one I won't be able to draw on. I don't know what I'll do with it, but we had used, modeling paste or something through a stencil on this one. Get a plain piece of paper and just spray colors without a stencil to see if they blend. Okay, we can do that. We've got plain paper right here. All right, two colors that will blend well are the yellow and the green will blend well, and I like both of them a lot. So we'll do that. They're spraying nicely. I will say that. They spray nice. They just leave blobs, which is okay. I mean, I'm not going to whine about it. I could do the blue. I'm going to do the green. All right. Let me make myself a note, Lynn, because if I don't, I will forget it in the next 5 minutes. All right, got a note, so hopefully I'll remember. And if I forget, just remind me. I'm real bad about that. If it's not written down, it don't happen. Blue and brown, we're going to do that one next. Hard to say if they're mixing. Of course, the yellow had probably already dried. Now, see, the yellow isn't puking out spots as bad, but I don't even mind the spots when it's just on a sheet like this. Can you see that? I wish I could see that. The shimmery. But yeah, the two colors look really good together. I'll take it out of the box. Well, how can I let you guys see? You guys aren't seeing the shimmer at all. But this will be a good one to draw on with the background. You can write it down at still. No, Eileen, honestly, they're not so-so sprays. I mean, I get the spots with the dilutions too, so don't think I don't get the spots with those too. I think it may be the whatever they're using for the shimmer that probably clogs them a little bit. But to mix them, no, this is really, really pretty. I just wish you guys could see it. See in there where the two colors have mixed? And it's just as shimmery. And on the green, believe it or not, the shimmer is blue. When I hold it up to the light like this, what I see like here and here is blue. It's not green at all. And when I put it down like this, it looks green. Well, and I guess if you wanted splats, let's just do, because we can. Let me shake it first. That's one thing. You do have to remember to shake them. Or all you're going to be doing is sucking up the shimmery, whatever they've used. And then just use, I'm putting the blue spots on here on purpose. This is a good way to use them. And I've used the dilutions like this. You like the distress sprays the best? Now see, I still like the dilution sprays. I don't have any distress sprays, and I had thought I probably wouldn't get them, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I bought a lot of the distress stains, which I love. I love the distress stains. But on some of my colors, they got a really funny odor, and their colors were altered. Like my antique linen turned green. We'll find out about that too, Teresa. But this, I love this. Like I can see myself using this. And actually, I think next I'm going to go get some tissue paper, because I think I would like that for, like to cut into strips for washi. So yeah, no, some of my distress stains just, and they got weird odors. Not all of them. But the antique linen, it got a really weird odor and turned green. I'll get it out and show you. It made me mad because I went to use it the other day and it was like, well, this sucks. I am going to try it on this photo paper. I like either one of these. I think I'm going to do this one with the dark blue on it. And I am going to do a stencil. I don't know which stencil. This is, well, but that's going to turn it all blue. That's one thing you got to think about when you're doing these stencils is, I have a, let's do the Harlequin one. And this is on the heavier folder covers that I cut this stencil out of. Those for stencils are the nicest because it's heavy enough that it lays flat. And you're going to get a better impression when it lays flat. Well, Teresa, the weird thing is, I've used over half the bottle. It was time that that did that. CB, do your sprays put out spots like those? And the blue seems to be working a little bit better. Still getting a little bit of spots, but not bad. And this photo paper is going to take a while to dry, so I'm just going to, I'll put something over on top of it, and I'll use this one, suck up the extra with this. Ooh, maybe I'll use this side. Well, but I can't glue it down that way, never mind. So I'll wait for CB to tell me. I really love this blue. Of course, you know me. I love blue. Love me some blue. I don't know if Dee Dee's still here, but on that, I like that. On the new Jane Davenport paints, I love those greens in there. Oh my gosh, do I love those greens. Alright, where's that ugly one that I'm just going to sop up crap with this. And Suzanne, if you still want it, you can still have it. I could, but that's going to make it really impossible for you guys to see. Well, it's getting more interesting, Suzanne. It's going to have a lot of stuff on it when you get it. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. But the weird thing is, I don't know what it's going to do to that photo finish. You know what I'm saying? I had used, was it alcohol inks on it? And some products make this turn really goopy and weird. So we're just going to have to let this dry. But I actually like this. Now this, I would cut up and use. Absolutely. You want to weave a cover for your beast? Cool. But yeah, this one I like. But it's photo paper, so it's really unusual. And it's going to keep that glossy kind of appearance. And the weird thing is, of course it's not dry yet, so I can't say this. It doesn't appear as though the shimmer is as obvious on the photo paper. So that's really weird. Yeah, I like the blue too. The color itself is gorgeous. I don't know. We'll just let it dry and then I'll show you. But even the sop up on this one, like there's something I like about that. Of course, you can't go wrong with the Harlequin, right? But there where it's sitting on top of that and staying dark, we're going to have to find out if they're permanent, Eileen. Alright, I'm going to do a blue and a brown one. This yellow and green one, I really, really like this. Alright, blue and brown. And we're not going to use a stencil. We're just going to do the blue and the brown. God, somebody's banging around outside. It's really kind of a gray, icky, misty kind of day here. And there's somebody out driving in the field. I'm going to do the brown first. Maybe I'm going to do the blue first because I don't want the brown to overpower the blue. Yeah, I love the blue. Love it, love it, love it. Alright, this time I think I'm going to take Lynn's suggestion and set the box upright and spray it that way and see what happens. But you guys aren't going to be able to see it for a minute, but I'll show you. Oops, knocking everything over. Yay me. I don't have a lot of room here. But I have the box of stencils sitting there, so I can spray right into the box like this. We're doing the blue first. Still getting a little bit of splats. I don't want to put a lot. There's the blue that I sprayed. And I don't want it all blue. I want some of the white showing. I'm going to try it with the brown too. Spraying it upright. God, that blue is pretty. And I love blue and brown, so. It's still splotting, but not like it was. So maybe it is the angle that you're holding it. Can you guys see that? This is pretty. I think it would be prettier if it was a darker blue. I love the color of the blue, but I think a navy blue, because I'm trying to get where you guys can see. Down in there where it's a mixture of them, it's really cool looking. It really makes good texture. Okay, CB's getting one of hers to try, to see. This would be really good if I had, say, a darker brown and a darker blue. You know, like use 4 colors, but darker of what's here. Because when these dry, they lighten a lot. I'm going to spray a little bit more blue on there too. Yeah, this one would be a good one to draw on too, no doubt. And I know CB's sitting there going, now don't get carried away, because I know me, I get carried away. But it does dry lighter, a lot lighter than it looks when it's wet on the paper. And I haven't eaten most of these papers. Okay, it does bleed through a little bit onto the back. And this is cheap. It's not real thick cardstock, but on regular paper, it's going to soak right through. So, what if you spray a few spritz out on back paper and then onto paper? Oh, you mean like to suck it up? We can try that. What the heck? I do like this blue and the brown. That is really pretty. And with a black image on top of that. But so far my favorite is the yellow and the green and the blue. All right, we'll try. I'd rather spray on something that is not so absorbent. Okay, we're going to take this first one that we did, the yellow honeycomb one, because this one obviously needs more than what it's got right here. But even the spots don't bother me on this one. I like this one. All right, we're going to move the box. Oh my God, now I'm getting dangerous. I'm getting really, really dangerous. We're going to go ahead and I like yellow and blue with green. I definitely don't want the red because that's bloody. Need coffee. What if you spray a few spritz out on the back of the paper and then while it's upright just to clear the nozzle? Well, how would I be clearing the nozzle if I'm still spraying? All right, so I'm not getting something, but I know one thing. I need to get these ATCs out of here, or y'all are going to have spots all over your ATCs. What the hell was I thinking? I thought you were saying, like, use it like a smack and dragon, which I'm going to try right now. We're going to do a smack and dragon with green, because I like that yellow and green. I'm not going to put too much. We're going to find out. Are you thinking about like a spray can, Lynn, where you turn it upside down and spray it for a few seconds to clear the nozzle? Is that what you're thinking? That made it kind of weird. But that's okay. I'm just playing and experimenting anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. Because remember, these probably are going to be used as backgrounds. I'm probably going to draw on top of them. Oh, you're thinking about doing it upside down? That doesn't work with pump sprays. I gotta take my little jacket off here. I'm getting hot, hot, hot. All right, what else did we say we were going to try? But just for backgrounds, yeah, these will be fine. That one has, let's see what else I've got here. This is one of my absolute favorite stencils as well, and I wish I had cut it on different material. Don't ever cut this one by hand. Buy it. Just saying. This one was a pain to cut. And it's real flimsy material. This one I'm gonna put back in the box and spray from far away. And I'm gonna do just a hint of brown with the yellow and the green, and I'll spray from far away. You might see the design, you might not. Oh, I like that. I don't know how it's going to... Oh, it looks good on the yellow and green, too. Sweet. This is an awesome stencil, you guys. It really is. But look at what it did to the brown, that brown and blue sheet that I used. It probably looks darker than it really is. That came out very cool now. I like that. Didi, I never know what I want though. See, that's just it. I probably saw this somewhere and thought, you know what, I'm going to figure out how to do that. And I sat down and drew it and cut it. So this one I end up liking now. I like this one a lot. So sometimes they turn out happy mistakes. Can you use purified water, CB? What the hell? Okay, made a storyteller out of me. Tried 2 blues and both left some spots. By the way, they will mold after several years if you don't use distilled water. Oh, well, good. I didn't. I used my tap water, which is actually well water. But my well water is safe. It is chlorinated, but not chlorinated to the extent that city water is. It's just safe. Some of your homemade sprays molded, added a little alcohol and glycerin to see if that helps. Yeah, you're just making a bomb now, Lynn. But these came out really nice. Now these I won't draw on. These I would probably more than likely turn into a journal cover or something like that, because now they have the pattern on them. This one definitely will be a background to draw on, if you can draw on it. I don't know how the Glimmer is going to affect pens, but we're going to find out. But yeah, I like that. I like this one is maybe rapidly becoming my favorite. All right, let's see what else we got. Just flipping through and seeing what we got here. Do we want to do more? This one we actually obliterated by the time the Tyvek absorbed all the color. It just left little bits of color here and there. So it really absorbed and obliterated the stencil. Yeah, when I find them in the back of the closet. Well, no, they'll go in the box with the other sprays. I have one of those like decorative boxes that have the other sprays. They'll go in there. And I have some homemade and some, you know, store-bought products. I like this one. I'm not sure how I'm going to use it, but I do like it. And the crazy thing is, you know, like half this stuff, if you tried to recreate it, you couldn't in a million years. I want to do something more to this one. I'm not sure if I should just add more color or try another stencil on top. Or is this one, I'm wondering, this was so what I didn't want to do today, but Eileen is such a bad influence on me, I swear to God. I'm glad I didn't know her as a teenager, because who knows where I would have ended up in life with her bad influence. I'm wondering if I should do some magicals on it. Yeah, you need to put biohazard labels on them. No lie, Teresa. You learned your lesson with water brushes? Huh. Oh, cool, Dorothy. A big circle stencil on top of that? I do have big circle stencil, I think. Or are you talking about the circle stencil I've already used? Are you talking about this circle stencil? Because well, this one, it isn't a good stencil to use with sprays because it's different size circles. But I have, like this circle stencil. And let me think. This stencil might be fun on it. Of course, look how big a space that it's gonna, I know, Ange, I'm sorry. Jail, prison, isn't that the truth, Jennifer? All right, looking. And I got a bunch of these Tim Holtz stencils for like this one. I got this one. The splots might be fun. I'm just not sure how I could control it. But I got these for $2 on sale at Hobby Lobby. You think the Curly Whirly and Spray Lightly? We could try that. But I bought them for $2 because they were such a great deal, right? I haven't used them yet. Now this one I know I will use eventually. Actually, I'm going to use this one because I want to cut a stamp of that too. It is an awesome book. I haven't started mine. The friend who sent it to me, she wants to come over and start working on it together. Let me think. Another stencil, of course, is not big enough, but this crackle one, I love it. And I know you guys are going to think I'm crazy that I put my stencils back in their original packaging, but I don't want to have to write on them where I got them. And since I stream, I feel like I need to probably be able to tell you guys that. And here's another stencil that I want to cut a big one of. This one I did for a specific project, but this one with the circles, all different sizes, this is a great, useful stencil. But I need to cut a big one of it. All right, looking, still looking. Actually, I think I passed over one of the 12 by 12 circle stencils at Tuesday morning, not too long ago. I like this stencil, and I've never used this one. But when you see them at Tuesday morning for $3, it's almost like, gosh, even if I use it once, it's worth it. All right, we're going to do the curly one. I may leave that out because I may smush color through that one. Have Dee Dee cut one for you? Dee Dee's got art to do. Dee Dee can't be doing all my stuff. She needs to be doing portraits of famous people. Because when she meets the really famous people, I want to go there and meet them with her. Actually, you guys, honestly, I enjoy sitting cutting the stencils. I really do. We're going to do this one in yellow because the whole thing's going to be covered. We're going to cover the whole thing pretty much with yellow now. And hopefully, like the yellow and the pink are going to make a nice orangish color. The yellow and the blue are going to make a nice green color. But yeah, Dee Dee needs to be doing art. Yeah, I'm kind of a stencil hoarder. But I love sitting around cutting them too. When I'm doing nothing in the evening, yeah, I don't have a problem sitting cutting a stencil or carving a stamp. The yellow made this one instantly better. I believe that. Alright, we're gonna, just because we can, yeah, I'll put it on this one. I'm just using this sheet to sop up some of the extra too. You know, Tuesday morning is a funny place. Sometimes I go in there and they have great stuff that I know I'm going to use. I mean, obviously you can't go in there with a list of stuff that you need. But you can go in there and just buy stuff to have on hand. Now it just looks like a string on that one. You can kind of see it, but not really. It kind of disappeared. It's still there, but it kind of disappeared. Too much going on. But you can still see here, and it did what I thought it would do. Like there, you can see where it's still real pink, and there where I sprayed, it's turned kind of orangish red. It's real pretty. And it made it real shimmery. It's shimmery all over. Oh, that copy's good. Now, just because I want to do this, since I got the stencil out, I want to do it. And I suppose this one's as good as any. Or maybe the yellow-brown. Oh, it's hard being me. That one needs to go back in the front there. I think I'll do it on this one just because I'm not sure I love it. Somebody say something in chat so I can see if chat's still working. It's not moving for me. I'm going to do it on this one. Yeah, because this one, we didn't lose the entire pattern, but we lost part of it. I'm going to let that one dry. I think I've lost chat, you guys. Okay, thanks, Eileen. I didn't lose chat. Y'all are just being real quiet, which is fine. Because I'm just sitting here making a mess now, is all I'm doing. Absolutely wasting time. I'm getting a makeup sponge out, or a piece of old sponge. Actually, this is packing material that I scavenge and use when I want to sponge through a stencil. Next time, what I'm going to say, Eileen, is would somebody type "you're awesome" in chat? And see if you're such a smartass then. This crackle one was, I don't know if it was one, it was probably was one of the very first ones I bought. Oh, I loved it. I still love it. It's a good stencil. I like the randomness of it. I know what I ought to be using is using this crappy Adder. Thank you, Lynn. Use some of this crappy. I'll try to use the dauber on this. Probably is going to go under the stencil. I think this is kind of how they intended for these dauber things to work. At least that was my impression. But if it goes underneath the stencil, then they're useless too. But this paint is real thin. Real thin. Thanks, Kimberly. See? These girls know how to follow instructions. Eileen, pay attention. And I don't even feel like I'm wasting paint doing this with this dauber, because after I tried to use this morning, I was like, ugh. But maybe I just found a use for it, so I'll have to retract my earlier bad review. I don't have but like 3 or 4 colors of this, so it won't matter. We'll see if it's going to work. One thing is I'm not squeezing the tube, so whatever paint was on the dauber is what I'm using, because I gave it a real good squeeze a little while ago. All right, we're going to find out. Bye, Ange. Bye, Datey. I knew it was going to go under. All right, now we're going to, oops. Dumbass. Ugly. That was a huge fail. Don't do that with your dauber because it was coming out pretty good up here without using that. All right, I need a baby wipe now. To clean up my mess. And because it's Tyvek, I was wondering if it would come up. Yeah, the paint is terrible. The paint is not going to live here much longer. I should have gone ahead and continued with the sponge, and it would have been fine. So you can wipe a lot right off Tyvek. All right. Lesson learned. That one went directly in the trash. Not even going to mess with it. It's not salvageable. But if you don't do stuff like that, you'll never learn. Oh my God, look at that. Ugh. Let me see if the whole table is that dirty. Who knows what's been on this mat? Pretty dirty. All right, what do you want to try next with the sprays? Jeez, it's like there's magical still on them. There might be magical still on here. No, it can't be. That's been too long ago. OMG. Yeah, this needs a good cleaning. All right, we're going to try something different. We'll look at what we've done so far. And then when I actually turn these into projects, I'll show you guys. I like this one. I'll come down a little bit. Yep, I like this one. I don't know why, but I really ended up liking this one. And they're all still a little damp. Here's the blue and the brown. I will end up drawing on this one. Oh, okay, I'll look at it later, Dorothy. I like the blue and the brown. I would like to draw on this one, and this one no, I'll draw one of the other ones to try and draw on. This one will definitely be a background for a drawing. Spray some and then use magicals on top. We can do that. Alright, and that's one of the backgrounds for one of the stencils, so we'll put it in the stencil box. That's Tyvek, so I'm not going to jack with it because I saw what you can do with that. This one didn't come out horrible. I'm not crazy about it, but it's not horrible for a background to start with. Keep in mind, any of these you could go ahead and do anything on top of and turn into a background for a journal page, because at this point all we've done is create texture. Still, here again, this one I would definitely add more onto it to turn it into a background. This one I ended up really liking. I like the design in the background, and I like the circles. I probably will put something on top of it to push the circles into the background a little bit. This is the photo paper. It's not dry yet, but I'll bet when it dries it's going to be fine. And I actually do really, really like this. Now this would be really good as a journal cover, right? But you have to be really careful with the photo paper. You might want to spray it with a fixative and then paint over it with matte medium or something like that to stabilize this, because anything you do on top of this, it is going to move. I don't care what you've done unless you somehow get this design fixed, just because of the nature of the photo paper. This is butt ugly. Sorry, Suzanne, but it is really butt ugly. Yeah, there'll be good doodle backgrounds. I think so too, Lynn. And I do have a, the monograms that I want to do on them. So these are cool sprays, Eileen. I will say that. I don't mind these even a little bit. So Eileen wants to spray some colors and then use some magicals on top of it. So let's do that. I've got more paper here. What color? Somebody tell me what color. We've got yellow, green, red, blue, and brown of these. And the magicals, I pretty much got every color. So that is not a problem. I'm surprised that photo paper one came out so good. Magicals. I can't believe I'm getting magicals out for her again. Oh, she's worse than having a grandkid around. Can't say no to her. Alright, got all this stuff out. Now all I need is a color. Use the red. Oh my gosh, the red is red. Alright, we're going to do the red. Actually, I think when I spray this, I'm not going to do it through a stencil, you guys. I'm going to just spray it onto the paper without a design or any kind of image or anything. So, okay, Suzanne said red, CB said yellow and red, so use the yellow and red together. I think I'll do the yellow first, because the red is the one that I'm going to have to be really careful with. I haven't used the dilutions with the magicals either. Looks like red blood. Looks like I bled on the page. Sorry. Alright, now, the magicals, I would normally spray this with water at this point, right? I'm just thinking, if I spray this with water, I think it's going to turn into a puddle. What color do we want with the yellow and the red? I'm going to let this dry before I put anything on top of it. I'm thinking maybe some of the brown magicals. Just what will go good with yellow and red. I'm thinking the brown. And I have a light brown and a dark brown. I want to do some more blue and brown magical paper. That was my very favorite that we ever did. We're going to get out the sand. And the Cafe au lait is kind of a medium. So I have a medium, a light, and a dark. And nobody's talking to me, so I don't know if you guys are in agreement or if you're just going, oh my God, what's she going to do now? She's going to wreck that beautiful paper. Alright, and this is the one with the turquoise, so this one should go there. Alright, I'm going to, right on the edge of the sheet here, spray it with water and see what the... Oh, Eileen, I don't think they're moving. I don't think they're moving. really don't. Okay, this could be fun now. We're going for it. And CB, I will try my best not to get carried away. I'm going to use my small brush if I can find it. It's right here with cat hair on it. The damn cat. Alright, and we're going to use the medium brown, I think. Okay. Now that I know this is not going to spread all over the paper, we're going for it. This paper is just absolutely absorbing that water as fast as I can spray it on there. Oh, that's pretty in there. This is the one that has a lot of blue in it. A lot of blue. Alright, I'll try and bring you guys down a little bit closer so you can see. Oh, this is the one that has white in it too. Poor Roxy. Don't poor Roxy me. OMG. It's not necessarily mixing, Eileen, because can you see there? I think down in here is a good example. Where the spot, that is the Lindy's spray spots, and you can see how they're kind of spread out over here. And then the Magicals right on top of it, they didn't mix. It, like the blue and that red is just sitting there. Again, down here, it's just sitting there. It's very cool looking, but it's not really mixing. But the Magicals seem to have taken on, like over here, if you can see, there was a lot of yellow over in here, and it's very shimmery, and I know you guys aren't seeing that. Let me see if I can tilt the paper and show you the shimmery. But it's almost like the Magicals took on that shimmery appearance, but I know it's the yellow underneath, so it's not really mixing. But it's kind of a cool effect. It's really pretty. I don't know how to get it where you can see it. I love the Magicals, honestly. Those are just the coolest. Like in there, can you see it looks like sand on the beach? Yeah, I think the sprays are permanent, Eileen. We'll try some of those sheets that we did and kind of see if we can alter the color. I'm just sopping up some of the excess spray on the back side of this sheet so I don't have quite the mess that I would have otherwise. But this came out really, really pretty. I think they are. I think they're permanent. Let me move. I've got this crazy thing so jacked around now. There, that's better. So you guys can see it. And the sprays where it blotted, I think it's just moving into the paper, but it's not mixing. Like the yellow is still yellow. And I picked a Magical that has the white in it, and the white in the Magicals take a long, long time to dissolve. Long time. But my guess is right now, yes, they are permanent. They're not moving. Not moving at all. Alright, and just because I want to... No, I'm going to use some of the darker brown, I think, now. Just in a couple of places, just a little bit. barely putting any on. Just in some of the more boring. And then I'll blow this dry here in a minute. I think I gotta plug the blow dryer in. I'm gonna dry it, not blow it. I can't say blow because that makes Eileen crazy. We can't have crazy Eileen. See, I didn't put much on, just in a few of the little places. I can't tell if the shimmer is sitting on top of the water, but it's definitely shimmery. Definitely shimmery. And at this point, I think orange could even work in here. Okay, according to Balzer, the ink is slightly water reactive after it's dry. Boy, it's sure hard to tell on this, Eileen. It's really hard to tell. I don't want that bright orange, but I don't like the orange that has the red or the white in it either. And now my paper is pretty much saturated, and I can tell that because the water is sitting right on top. And that means these colors are going to continue to move in the paper. Okay, so some of the examples that she showed had blobs too. Okay, good, then I'm not screwing up. Well, they didn't totally change completely, Eileen, so I would say you can maintain them. But now the shimmer goes everywhere. I mean, the shimmer is everywhere. I'm going to go ahead and blow this dry. And the red is, I don't know if you can tell, but the red is going way more and more. And I think that is simply because I've saturated the paper. And I've got to dry this before I could even hope to move it because there's literally a puddle sitting on it. But this is pretty and I like it. It's very light, and I could do something on top of it, you know. I'm just sopping up some of the water underneath to help it dry faster. All right. I don't have any of the starburst either. All right, I guess before I completely dry it, it wouldn't hurt to go ahead and maybe try and spray it again. And because I know what happened to the spray after it got wet, it absorbed more into the paper. The yellow did not go entirely away, but you don't see the yellow blobs anymore. The red blobs you still see, but they've gotten way lighter. So I think I'm going to, and I'm not sure what color I want to use. If I go back to the red, Maybe I'll do a little bit of the brown. What the heck? We got nothing to lose, right? But I want to do it while the paper's still wet. And just put some bigger blobs out there. Oh, I'm going to like this. I can tell already. Alright, remember, Eileen, when you were wanting me to splatter it with gold? I think that's what the result of this brown is going to end up doing for me. And I have got this crap everywhere. OMG. Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to do. I'm going to go ahead and dry it now, and there'll be spots of shimmer when I'm done. I like this paper a lot. Oh, Lemore. Yeah, I remember her. Lemore Weber. Didn't she was a rep for, I thought, Prima. I like squatting. This paper actually reminds me of like a rock under a microscope. So can now you guys see? Let me get the light just right if I can, so you can see the shimmery. Because when I sprayed it with the water, the shimmer kind of spread out evenly throughout the whole page, so the whole page is shimmery, and that's why the Magicals kind of took on that shimmery look. But then when I went back and blobbed it with the brown, now I have like the shimmery is in big, there it is right there, you can see it. Anywhere that brown sprayed, there's a clump of glimmer. And I think this is kind of what we're wanting me to do with the gold spray, right, Eileen? If I would have gotten the Heidi Swap gold spray. I don't know, Lynn. I imagine she probably was just overwhelmed. She's got a lot on her plate. And maybe she wants to give more attention to the money-making aspects of her business, because we're just a free stream. I mean, she probably gets people from the audience to pay for her products, but that would be my guess, Lynn, is that it's, you know, and it could be she's just overwhelmed. I mean, she is a busy woman. I think sometimes you just need to, you know, take time and rest and do something that you enjoy, because, I mean, I obviously do whatever Eileen tells me to do, but you can tell on Barb's streams, she has totally planned it all out ahead. She's made the product beforehand so she can show you the finished product. I don't do none of that crap, so it's no big deal for me to come on for 3 hours and yak at you guys. But she actually does treat hers more like a business, which I don't. Wasn't she on some of the design teams? No, I'm not talking about Barb anymore. I'm talking about Lemore. I don't think that was a job for her. I don't think she was getting paid for that, you guys. So she may have just decided, you know what, this is a lot of work for not getting any money. And I think she was trying to come out with some of her own products, too. That's why you'll never catch me on a design team. I mean, I like doing this for you guys so we have a place to hang out together and we learn together, and I'm by no means a trailblazer in my field or anything like that. But yeah, there's no money in this. And I would not be on somebody's design team and work my butt off for somebody else to end up with the spoils, you know? Oh, hi, Zandra. Okay. She has issues with her family. Okay, well, good. See, I thought it was all for free, and I thought, you wouldn't catch me doing that. I do this for free for you guys because I love you and I enjoy doing it, not because I'm going to make any money. Actually, it costs me money because I have to do research. Yeah, it ends up costing me and Eileen because she has to send me products to research for you guys. Well, I kind of agree, Eileen, and I think too that if you're going to put content out there that you're going to charge for, you really have to be on top of your game. You either have to be teaching something that somebody can't go watch somewhere else for free, or like you've got to be on the cutting edge. I'm not going to be on the cutting edge. What was a nice try, CB, that I said because I love you guys? Was that too smushy? I know Eileen's in the bathroom gagging right now. This is really a pretty sheet of paper. It's still not dry, and it feels very leathery. I don't know if you guys can tell that. It won't be like that when it's dry, but right now it feels very suede-like. All right, I'm going to do that same thing with another piece of paper. I love that piece of paper that we just created, but I'm going to do it with a better piece of cardstock because I did learn that the magicals behave completely different on the better grade of cardstock. Well, of course, CB. That's how Eileen and I both justify spending money, is we do it for you guys. We want you to see the newest, coolest products and be able to see how dumbasses like us use them. Bye, Sarah. Have a great afternoon. All right, this one I'm going to do green and blue. And I'm wondering, should I spray it through a stencil first before I start adding stuff on top? I think I will. I think I will. I'm going to do this stencil in the green, and then I'm going to put the blue on top of it. And this, I'm going to have the biggest mess to clean up. Eileen, you get your butt over to my house and clean up my house. Because it's all your fault. Hashtag. Okay, bye, Lynn. Go have some fun. All right, there's the green. And okay, you guys have watched how much I've played with these today. On the green, I've used, maybe a quarter of a bottle. But I'm spraying very liberally, too. And I have green spray everywhere. Everywhere. Oh, my God. All right, I'm going to find one of these pieces of paper. I'll put it on poor Suzanne's. Just soften up the excess. Suzanne, I hate to tell you, it ain't getting any prettier. All right, that's a good place to start. Now I'm going to No, clean it up yourself. Oh my God, isn't she a brat? All right, and the blue, I used a little bit more of the blue, but it looks like these are going to go pretty far. Oh, jeez. I really should have put this in the box to spray. I think I'm going to. Oh my God, this is such a mess. That's why I have the box. I don't know why I didn't use it. You can call me dumbass all you want. Ratatouille should be just getting done with this treatment. I felt so sorry for him today. Poor baby. And I think part of it is he knows he's going to get some of the side effects back. Thank God they don't last forever, but... And the green has blue shimmer in it. You can refill the bottles, can't you? Or does... I'm thinking the powder's going to be all used up. That after you use the bottles... yeah, I probably wouldn't refill them. Well, I mean, maybe refill them just to use up what little bit of the product is left. But I wouldn't refill the bottles and expect the product to act like it did in the beginning. Know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, they're not going to do that. The blue and the green together are some kind of gorgeous. No doubt about that. You fill the bottles once they get halfway to get more out of them. Oh, that's a good idea, Sandra. Yeah, you could use the bottles when they're empty to mix magicals. Yeah. I do like these sprays, and I would say that even though they're shimmery, and I'm not necessarily a shimmery person, I do like the vibrancy of the colors. And if I wanted a shimmery spray, I would definitely order them a second time. I would. And these dry pretty quickly. I'm going to go ahead and dry this because this experiment is really to see if they're permanent when dry. Do you think that's true, Xandra, since you've used them and have them? I'm not sure what color I want to put with the green and the blue. It sure is pretty. Can you guys see the shimmer? Yeah, it's so pretty. I got to get my paper tone back the other way. Okay, you have the flats in these, Xandra, without the shimmer? Because, yeah, I do like these, I have to say. Yeah, the shimmer is, it's just so, it is yummy, and I'm not shimmery. But I think, like, to draw those letters on, I think this will be really pretty. Okay, Sandra, I hope you're feeling good. I hope your leg's doing good. I think I've drawn that before, Dorothy. All right, I have to decide what color I want with this. Now, looking on the camera, that stenciled background looks very, very prominent. When I'm looking at it with my eyes, I don't necessarily think it's that prominent. It looks way more prominent on the screen than it does to me. They don't make mud. Well, that's good to know. Alright, I'm trying to think what color I want to use with the blue and the green. I kind of want to do purple, you guys. because that is kind of one of my very favorite color combinations, blue, green, and purple. Definitely not red. And my choices for purple are pretty pitiful. I've got the lilac, or it's called Pop Rock Purple, but it's kind of a light purple, lilac, and what else? I think the only other one I've got is that deep, deep purple, the amethyst. We're going to try a little bit. You drove today for the first time. Yay, you! Well, go get your dental appointment done, and we'll see you around. All right, we're going to do 2 colors of purple with this and see what happens. We can always go back and add some green. All right, I'm going to add the light purple first. Okay, and I'm going to spray it first because that's how I have the most luck. Plus, I'll be able to see now if this color is running at all. I don't think the color runs, Eileen. I think it's the shimmer that runs, that is not permanent, because I can see the shimmery parts of it moving. But I think the color itself is staying put. Especially like these little blobs over here on the side, they're not moving at all. In the center it looks like it's more one color overall, but I really think that's more the shimmer moving than the actual pigment. I could be wrong, but that's what it seems to me. And this light purple has the white in it that takes forever to dissolve. All right, that's all we're going to start with. The color doesn't move, but the shimmer. The color doesn't move, but the shimmer does. Why is that funny? Like you can see the shimmer moving. That girl needs somebody to kick her butt. And I didn't put much on because I don't want CB yelling at me. I maybe didn't put enough on, CB. And I'm kind of scared of that real dark purple. Scared. That's a good word, isn't it? I'm scared of it. And see, this has red in it. Yeah, I'm going to use some of that other purple. That knock your eyeballs out purple. Eileen, explain to me why that is funny. I'm a little dense here. Would I yell? Yes, you would yell at me. Say, you got a little carried away there, girl. And I'd have to say, you're right, CB, again. I tend to get a little carried away. I'm so scared of this dark purple. All right. I didn't put much of that dark purple on because it scares me. Because look, that little bit did all that. Oh, man. It's pretty, though. I'm going to have to put some over here because I missed this whole side of the sheet. You want to catch the shimmer when it runs? Okay. I get it now. I was like, well, the shimmer's moving. Okay, and now I'm glad I did the stencil in the background because it's still there, but you can't really see it. It's not dominating like it was in the beginning, right? I wish I had some of that real dark blue again. I'm going to have to get some more of that. I'm just going to have to do it. Robert asked me last night, what do you want for your birthday? And I could not name a single thing. It's like, there's really nothing I want. You got me the polychromos. There's nothing I want. Usually the things I want are just a few bucks. It's not like something big. And he always wants to do something big, you know, for my birthday. So I don't know what we're going to do. I'm getting that purple to run so it's not quite so purpley all in one place. I actually like this, Eileen, a lot because the Lindy's is staying put. And the magicals that I put on top of it, I can get to move. So that is a real advantage to have that. And the shimmer now is everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. And where did I put my sop up thing? It's over here. And I don't want to overpower it with a purple everywhere. Oh, we've already talked about that, Eileen. If he's out of treatment and everything's fine, the ticket's paid for already, so it's no big deal. Yeah, we've already had that discussion. Not a problem. Yeah, so actually I do like that because if you could do the magicals through the stencil, they wouldn't stay put. Every time you add water, they're going to move. But like, can you see back here where the green, it has lightened a little bit, but it stayed put where it was. So that is a really good thing. And that now I think I will go back and add some of the blue. And it kind of makes me want more colors. That's always the problem. I'll have to look for them. But I am going to, I think I'm going to do it after I dry this. But I'm going to go ahead and add some of the blue back because one of the disadvantages, and maybe the flats wouldn't, you wouldn't have this issue with the flats. The entire sheet is shimmery now. The shimmer has moved and it is distributed equally throughout the whole page, right? So if I want the blots of shimmer, I'm going to have to put it back. Why are you saying, oh my God, sheesh? What did I say now that was so obnoxious? I like this. This is really cool. Okay, I can't remember who it was. Was it Suzanne that was saying she wanted to weave a cover for her beast? This sheet here would be a great sheet to weave because the color distribution. This is a great weaving sheet right here. You want me to add more colors? Oh, that I want more colors. I know. Well, it's your fault, Eileen. Hashtag it's all your fault. It's like having the 12 set of Prismas. How much fun is that? You have to have the 150. Like down in here, this is really cool looking down in here. I wish I had a whole sheet that looked just like that. Isn't that cool looking with the yellow? I don't know where that yellow came from. Probably out of the green. But the yellow, green, purple, all that is so cool. I wish I could recreate that. I'm a crafterholic. That's probably the truth. Yeah, so Suzanne, when I was choosing papers that would work well to weave, that's what I would look for is if you get a sheet of paper where there's not good distribution of colors here, 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 whatever, um, it doesn't have as much interest as, say, see if I cut this into a strip, how you've got green, 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 purple. In the cover, that's going to look really cool, if that makes sense. If that doesn't make sense, I'll try and describe it better. All right, I'm going to add some of the blue back onto this and then let it sit and dry. And I'm not going to spray this because I don't want distribution of color everywhere. I'm going to use it like, and that's one thing I like about sprays, is I'm going to use it just splatter. Just to splatter some blue and get the shimmer back in just big blobs of shimmer in certain places. And that's another thing in your, when you're making paper to weave, if you add splatter in a contrasting dark color, and it just shows up here and there, you'll like it a lot, I promise you. All right. That's perfect. But see how you can kind of see what I stenciled originally, kind of hidden now in the background. It's still there, but it's not very prominent. So this came out good. I like this a lot. This sheet actually makes me want to weave again. This would be an awesome weaving sheet. For real. All right, I'm going to do another one. Now, before I get too far along, I'm going to oh crap, I laid that damp sheet down on the photo paper, and the photo paper is wanting to tear it apart. Uh-oh. Houston, we got a problem. Yeah, don't lay anything on top of photo paper, boys and girls. It's not pretty. That egg emulsion or whatever they put on it, I'll still be able to use the paper for something, but yeah, it definitely took parts of it off. Keep your photo paper separate. Yeah, Jean will probably never weave paper because you got to splatter. The thing I want on this one is more of the dark blue. I really do. So how to get more dark blue on this? Because see the places where the dark blue are, that real contrast color? I like that a lot. So those are the two. The Magicals and the Lindys work pretty darn well together, don't you think? I really like them together. So, Eileen, I hate to say this out loud in front of the world and God and everybody. Your idea for the shimmery splatters was really, really a good one. It works out way cool. And God, I hate to say that where other people can hear. Fixing my box. So there you go, another way to use some of your products. They do work great together. I'm glad to know that like on this one, I think just by using that stencil, I proved that they will stay put. All right, so yeah, the photo paper one, I have about a half a sheet that's usable now. Here's Suzanne's sheet. Suzanne, I'm sorry, but this is really ugly. It really is. I'm not sure that you could do anything to fix it. The only thing you could do to fix it is put something real dark on top of it. This one needs something more, so let's try some magicals on it. What do you say? I'm going to put these over to dry, you guys. We're going to do magicals on this one. I'm putting these over to dry. You can walk all over them if you want, Roxy. Problem is now what color to add on top of this. Okay, you can trash it. I guess I convinced Suzanne that it's just butt ugly. What color would you put on top of this? Should I spray it with more of the Lindy's, or should I try the magicals on it? This is really, really cheap paper. I'm trying to think what color would go good with that green. It's kind of green, gray, and gold now. Green, gray, gold. Because the Kelly green would look like crap. Yellow is not going to show up. Yellow's going to alter the color that's already there. Brown, red. I definitely don't want red. The only color I can think would be blue. Yellow magicals. You want to put yellow magicals on it? All right, let's give it a go. What the heck? Let me see. I think I've got a couple of choices of yellow. One is the Pineapple Paradise and the Luminous Yellow. And I can't remember really. I'll show you the swatches. These swatches have really come in handy, you guys. Okay, that one is a real creamy yellow and one is a real lemon yellow. We're going to use the creamy yellow. Yep, creamy yellow it is. And that would be the Pineapple Paradise. Brown may have ended up working okay on this one too. So, oops, I had it upside down. So, yeah, this one is kind of crazy. I actually drew on the edge of this. I don't know why. Like, I don't have paper around here that I have to draw on scraps. And I don't have much of this yellow left either, so I obviously have really liked this yellow. I've used up some of these. Not completely, but yeah, some of them I've really used a lot of. Alright, this is how we're going to be able to tell if the shimmer, yeah, the shimmer is actually moving off of those spots. Not horribly, but a little bit. And I'm not sure what the yellow is going to do. Really don't. Have no clue. And this paper is just sucking up the water. So it's almost like it's not going to do anything because there's no water to activate it. You can see it a little bit right in there. I'm getting carried away now, CB, so you can actually see something. Alright, we'll give that a try. The yellow is, well, it's not completely disappearing, but it's pretty much disappearing. As fast as I put it on, it disappears. It's probably too light for the background. You can see a couple places where it is. I think what I'm going to do is use the dark brown. I think that's going to show up the best and be complimentary. That's what I think. If I screw it up, y'all can blame me later. You can call me all the bad names you want. Eileen does all the time. Plus, I think the brown will push the circles back a little bit, which is kind of what I would want. I don't want a page of just nothing but circles. All right, I've got some serious brown on here now. Yeah, the yellow, I can see it a little bit. It's hard for you guys to see, but yeah, it's not doing anything that is going to make it better, I don't think. I think the brown is going to push the circles back, which is cool. And I might have to add a little bit more. I just didn't want to get carried away, because some people in the audience think I do that. And I like this brown because it's got so much blue in it. Oops, now that's really getting carried away. I was about ready to get really carried away. Okay, I'm going to use the bigger fan brush this time, I think, because that little one is a pain in the butt. All right, that one got a little carried away, CB, sorry. Now, this is just being a little pain in the neck. It's not wanting to move at all. But the circles are kind of staying put. The shimmer is everywhere now, so I know the shimmer is moving. It is not permanent, but the dye itself is staying right where it landed when I put it on the paper. But adding the brown definitely has pushed those circles back. But see, if I look on the screen, it doesn't look the same on the screen as it does to me, and it could be just the shimmer. Here where it's kind of smushed it up, I like that. So I'm gonna guess I'm gonna have to add a little bit more. Oh, this makes me nervous, makes me nervous, makes me nervous. Yep, not that much. Of course, it works better when you just plop it on there. Yeah, CB must be busy doing something, and that's okay. I like when you guys do your own deal when you're here. Because if you're really just watching me, whoo, boring. I get busy a lot, even like at Dee Dee's. I mean, I just get busy doing my own thing, and I'm listening to her, and I love listening to her and looking up and seeing what she's doing. But no, 9 times out of 10, I'm doing whatever I need to be getting done. I do try and stay close to the computer, though. All right. All right, this is getting better. All right, what CB isn't, yes, I am, Eileen. Just know she isn't sorry. She does it all the time. I was just going to say, I'm sorry, CB. But you pretty much just said, she doesn't mean it. She does it all the time. Stupid wench. Don't know what to say. I've got powder over here that I was going to try and clean up, and I think I'm going to give up on it and just clean it up with a rag. Now all I'm trying to do is just kind of obliterate some of these dots a little bit. I do it all the time. Wham, wham, wham. Hi, Mac. All right, there. CB, I'm going to leave it alone now. I really am. I kind of wish I'd get that river, like that river effect, like on some of those older ones that we did. That was so cool. I love that river effect. But this cheap-ass paper is going to absorb everything pretty much evenly, and I know it does that. So the little bit heavier weight cardstock, I think, is better for the magicals. All right, I'm going to try and get it to run like a river, at least in a few places, and eliminate some of those circles. The shimmer moving looks like a waterfall. All right, I'm going to pick up some of that. What did I do with that? Oh, well, use this. I'm going to leave it. I really am. I'm going to leave it just like it is. I'm going to go ahead and dry it. Because now that looks like a dragonfly. What looks like a dragonfly? Probably before I moved it. All right, I'm going to leave it like this. Dry it. And then if I want to add more later, I can. I love you like that, CD. I never listened to anybody. That was my problem in school and in life. You're welcome, Mac. Earworms don't cost extra. This over, well, you guys can't see it. Can you see down here? This is very cool looking down in here. But do you remember what this originally looked like with the open circles? You can still see some of that. Hi, Orla. I'll just dry this until it doesn't have a puddle on it, and then I'll put it aside to dry. All right, I'm going to sop up some of the water underneath. Help it dry a hair faster. Kind of move some of this stuff around, but that's okay. I don't mind. All right, it's fairly well dry. I could move it now, and I don't think it would change too terribly much, but just to aggravate Eileen and CB, I think I will add a little bit of the navy blue on it. Not much, a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm almost out of it, so I can't use it too much more. And then I'm going to go back in and add some shimmer. What did I do? There it is. I'll use the small brush. Really, look at how much. That's all the powder I have left of the blue. Oh, makes me so sad. And I'm not going to spray it before I put it down. All right. And I know you guys have kind of got a glare. Let me see if I turn that off. That probably helps a little bit, but it puts me in the complete dark. This one would make a nice journal cover. Not necessarily to weave. But just to go ahead and put, either cut it up into pieces like I did with those one journals. This would be a good sheet to do something like that. This blue is in the set Go Grease Lightning, I think, and it's Danny Zuko denim. And it's so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. And I've used it like a maniac. And I honestly did not put much down. I just wanted a little bit here and there. Yeah, I really didn't put much on. I may have to put a little bit more. God, CB's got me scared to death. I may have to buy that whole set again just to get the blue. I'll check and see if I can get it. All right, I'm going to turn the light off again. Yeah, see, it's reflecting the overhead light over there. You guys can't see it. But for added interest, right at the end, this navy blue is some kind of pretty. All right, that's it. And then if I want to go back and add some of the glimmer spots, I'm trying to think which color I would use for that. Would I use the blue? Yeah, see, there's just now enough blue here and there. You know what? I think I'm going to add spots back, but I'm going to use the brown that we used originally to get them pushed back in the background further. It's not that I don't like them. I just want them pushed back. Give it a shot. This one's looking really old. Yeah, it looks really old. I think I will add just a little bit of the brown back You know what? I'm going to let it settle. Yeah. I'm thinking. Sorry. I didn't say, I think I'm going to let it settle and just use the dye, but I'll just go ahead and use the shimmer. And I'm sure when I rub this, the shimmer is going to come off here and there. I'm pretty sure of that. This, when it goes on, it definitely looks like, oh, what am I trying to think of? Like copper color, I guess. Bronze, copper. Yeah, that definitely pushed the circles into the background. So made it look really old. This is really pretty. I don't know that you guys can see it like I can, but this has turned out really, really pretty. Can you guys see when I hold it up how you can see the original stencil design? I wish there was some way I could bring that out more. Those circles back in the background, that's really cool looking. You can see it, but not like when I hold it up. It is shimmery all over. I'm wondering if I put something white behind that, if it would show up better. Nope, it doesn't. Well, maybe it does. I don't know. It's very cool looking, though, I have to say. Yeah, I like the colors too, Eileen. I really do. And even this guava brown in the middle doesn't bother me at all, because it looks really old and rusted. Alright, it's probably dry enough that I could set it aside to dry more thoroughly. But yeah, it came out pretty cool. And that's just adding layers and layers and layers. And I suppose I could, keep adding layers if I wanted to do acrylic paint. Or actually on this one, what might be nice is some text stamp here and there in black, add black to it. I'm not crazy about the black magicals, I will say that. But after this is completely dry, to add some text stamp to it. It's not dry enough yet to do that, but that would look, I think, really cool. I'm glad the circles got pushed back. All right, what else? I'm moving some of this, get it off the table. Wow, some of these I really like, you guys. We did good today. All right, I'm going to look through some of the ones that we've done and see if I want to add more to them or call it a day because it's almost 3 and I know Jean's not streaming. All right, Suzanne, this is the paper that that you said you might want. This might be pretty if you added blue to it, honestly. Like acrylic dark blue or something. Maybe you could salvage this. I don't know. Maybe I will send it and see what you can do with it. This definitely needs something. I'm not sure what. I wouldn't draw on top of this, so I'm not sure what I would do with it if I would try and keep altering it to turn it into a journal cover or something like that. This one is coming out cooler every time we work on it, so maybe this just needs more layers. Because this was a sop-up sheet. This one didn't work out like I hoped it would. I still like the purple and blue. I really do. This is a Tyvek. I like it. I'll draw on this one for sure. This one I like because it's going to just be a drawing background for some initials. This one's cool. See, this one is too evenly distributed. It's too bland. And that's what I like about the magicals. Like this one, let's do magicals on this one because I think this one is going to end up being okay, but it's just, it's too one thing. So I'm going to add some of the green magicals to this, and I'm going to use the olive green. UPS guy just drove by. He didn't stop at my house. I don't have anything on order. I don't know. This has got like some lime green in it. I think I'm going to do the grease lightning green and the avocado. That's entirely possible, Dorothy. I suppose you could do that, but if you think I'm getting the iron out, you really have lost your mind. Just saying. Don't take it personal, but the colors of the Lindy's are not moving. It's the shimmer part of it. But look at the shimmer. Let's see. I'm going to go wash my hands. I think I can rub the shimmer off this. So these are sheets that if you use that Lindy shimmer spray, you're going to have to use a spray fit fixative. Because even if you tried to brush a fixative on, you're going to move the shimmer. I'm going to wash my hands to prove it to you. My hands are filthy and they're not coming clean. I'll get out the craft scrubby later. Okay, at least the shimmer's off my hand. They're still stained, but the shimmer's not on them. But this, where it's got a solid coverage of shimmer, yeah, see, that shimmer wipes right off, and that's why when I add the magicals to it, it just moves and spreads itself out all over the sheet evenly. Which is okay. I mean, if you want shimmer, that's There's not a problem with that. I'm going to go ahead and add the magicals. I'm going to do green. Maybe green and brown. We shall see what we end up with. I've not used these color greens. They're more of the muted greens. So we'll see. I'm almost out of water. We're going to do the Go Grease Lightning green first. Look at, that's the color for green. Go figure. And again, hopefully by doing this, oh, I got a big old blob right there. I'll push the overall stencil design that makes it look so uniform into the background. And I'm barely putting any powder on, you guys. Barely at all. Get the iron out and try. The iron isn't going to keep the glimmer where it is, Dorothy, because the excuse me, the pigments are being absorbed by the paper. The shimmer is sitting on top. It won't be absorbed by the paper. So I think I could iron half my life and the shimmer would still move. The only way I'm going to get that shimmer to set is to spray it with a fixative. And even then, it might take multiple coats to do that. All right, my recording is at its limit. Let me stop it. If you've watched this on YouTube, thanks so much. Hope you learned something or at least had some fun. So, catch you next time.